Did Jesus ever have a girlfriend? Did Jesus ever fall in love? Did he ever have a romantic relationship? And now, for some people, this question sounds strange. After all, Christians believe Jesus is the Son of God. But here's the interesting thing: Jesus was also human. He got hungry, he got tired, he cried, he had friendships, he experienced emotions. So it's actually a pretty natural question. Did Jesus ever experience romantic love? So let's find out. First, let's talk about what we actually know. And the short answer is there is no historical evidence that Jesus ever had a girlfriend or a wife. The four Gospels, the main sources about Jesus' life, never mention him being romantically involved with anyone. Not Mary Magdalene, not anyone else. There is no wedding, no engagement, no secret relationship, no hidden love story. If Jesus had a girlfriend, the historical records we have today do not tell us about it. And now some people have suggested that maybe Jesus and Mary Magdalene were romantically involved. Why? Mostly because Mary Magdalene was an important person in Jesus' ministry. She followed him, she supported his work, she was present at his crucifixion, and according to the Gospels, she was one of the first people to see him after he resurrected. So people sometimes ask, could there have been something more? But the evidence simply isn't there. And being close friends with someone does not automatically mean there was a romantic connection. And Jesus had many close relationships with both men and women. But here's where things got interesting. If Jesus never married, why not? Wouldn't marriage and family be a normal part of life? And that is actually a great question, because in the culture Jesus lived in, marriage was extremely common. Most Jewish men of his time would have been expected to marry, so Jesus choosing not to is actually very unusual. The reason Christians believe Jesus remained single is is because it's connected to his mission. Jesus wasn't building a normal family, he was announcing the kingdom of God. His focus was on teaching, healing, serving people, and ultimately giving his life to the cross. At one point, Jesus even talked sorry about that. Jesus even talked about people who chose a life of singleness because of their dedication to God's work. And the idea was not that marriage is bad. Actually, Christianity often teaches that marriage is good, is a gift from God. And the idea was that different people can have different purposes. And this brings us something very interesting. A lot of people assume if Jesus never had a girlfriend, he must not understand love. But that's actually the opposite of the Christian belief. Christians believe Jesus understood love more deeply than anyone, because love isn't only romance. Love is sacrifice, love is compassion, love is forgiveness, love is putting someone else's needs before your own. And Christians believe Jesus demonstrated that through his entire life. Think about it. Jesus spent his time with people society rejected. He cared for the poor, he healed the sick, he forgave people who betrayed him, he even prayed for the people who were killing him. Whether someone believes Jesus was divine or not, his understanding of love was one of the reasons his teachings became so influential. And now another question people ask: would Jesus have wanted to experience romantic love? And honestly, we don't know, because the Bible doesn't record Jesus saying, I wish I'd gotten married, or I wish I had a family. Those are things we cannot know. What we do know is that Jesus chose a different path. His life was dedicated completely to his mission. There's also a deeper reason this question matters, because many people wonder, can Jesus really understand my life? Can he understand loneliness? Can he understand rejection? Can he understand pain? And according to Christianity, yes, because Jesus experienced the full range of human emotions. He knew friendship, he knew betrayal, he knew grief, he knew suffering. And Christians believe that means he understands what people go through. So, did Jesus ever have a girlfriend? Based on the historical evidence we have, no. There is no record Jesus ever had a romantic relationship. But the bigger question is, does that mean Jesus didn't understand love? And according to Christianity, absolutely not. Christians believe Jesus showed the greatest love possible, not through romance, but through sacrifice. And maybe that's why this question is so interesting, because it reveals something important. Jesus was not just seen as a teacher who talked about love. He was someone whose entire life was built around it. A love that wasn't based on attraction. A love that wasn't based on what someone could give him. A love that was offered freely. So whether you believe Jesus was the Son of God, a historical teacher, or simply someone worth studying, one thing is undeniable. The way Jesus talked about and demonstrated love has influenced billions of people for thousands of years. And that raises an even bigger question, not just who did Jesus love, but how did Jesus teach us love? So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing for more videos about Christianity, faith, history, and the questions people have about Jesus. And let me know in the comments, do you think Jesus being single makes his story more interesting? See you in the next video. Peace out.